Hello. There's a reason that started out so weird, and the reason is because in the screen it looked kind of yellow, but like I've already done the white balance. Anyway, maybe this is just my color. Like maybe I'm just kind of yellow tinted. I don't know. It's probably the shirt. The shirt's like throwing everything off. Anyway, hello. I am Aziza, and you may also know me as Gourmet Pens if this is not your first time here, and if it is, hello and welcome. Today we've got some mailbox goodies, and the mailbox goodies are very pretty. Now, someone said, remember previously I had mentioned like in a previous video that someone suggested I use like a white card to hold up pens on. I don't know. This is really difficult because now I have to hold something and hold the items and not drop them. So I'm just going to quickly show you what we've got. These are Leonardo Officina Italiana pens. We have two. This is the blue, like the deep blue abyss. This is the limited edition celluloid version, and this one is the blue positano. This is acrylic, and they are not limited. So we've got two different pens here, and both are very pretty. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna pause here and grab the prices before I continue. Okay, bye. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay, so there are two pens, and usually I'm prepared and I have everything ready to go, but this time I forgot because I just got a lot going on right now and I just kind of forgot, so sorry about that. Now, the two pens. Let's show the boxes. We can take a look at them, and then we will look at the pens, and then we will tilt downward and see a writing sample. Okay, now, the presentation is quite nice. This is the one for the limited edition, and this is the regular, just the resin acrylic one. Now the box is very pretty. It's dark. It's got stuff on it. Inside, there's a whole bunch of goodies. You get your usual like card information pen stuff. It's got a little bed that the pen sat on. It also came with, this is two nifty things. Okay, one, it came with a dark blue leather sleeve for the pen. And it's like it matches the pen. That's kind of cool. And the other thing it came with, this is fun. It came with shavings of the celluloid. Now apparently the celluloid is highly sought after. It's one of the more difficult celluloids, Italian celluloids to get. So I really think it's nifty that they included this. Like, how fun is that? Right? Okay. Very simple presentation. I actually find it quite decent. It's quite useful, and it's a bit more special. I prefer, like, this is just a cardboard box, very light, recyclable. I actually prefer that they include the leather sheath and the celluloid shavings as a way of sweetening the packaging, as opposed to making like some huge, heavy, elaborate, ridiculous, excessive box. I really like this. So that's a good thing. Now the other one is just a cardboard sleeve, and inside it's just a very simple box. This one just has your little like original guarantee thing. It came in a plastic sleeve, and that's it. Very simple, not excessively sized. I appreciate the size of this packaging, and I appreciate simplicity, so I'm a big fan of that. Now, the two pens, so pretty. Aren't they pretty? Yes. Now, we've got prices. Let me tell you prices, and I will do the prices in euros because this is an Italian pen. Now, the Momento Zero Blue Abyss Celluloid is 569 euros. That's without VAT. If you're looking at VAT, you're looking at like 700 euros. Not inexpensive. That's pretty pricey. Now, it does have a 14 karat gold nib. It does have an ebonite feeder. It is a piston filling mechanism. It is celluloid. It's very pretty, but it's not inexpensive. Now, the resin version has a captive piston, like it's one of those like fake pistons. It's a converter. So that's okay. I like cartridge converters sometimes because I like to use weirder inks. It has a plastic feed. It has a gold-plated steel nib. Very pretty. I actually found the pens quite attractive. I find them quite comfortable. Both nibs performed slightly on the dry side, but just for my preferences. Like it wasn't so dry that it didn't write. It's just that I like a wetter writing nib, but they performed quite well. Now, the resin one, first of all, it comes in different colors and different nib options. I've got a fine. I would have gone for a stub, you know, like had I picked the nib, but that's okay. The VAT price without, the euro price without VAT is 121, and with that, it's about 148, like 150. Not too bad. It's not inexpensive. Again, a very pretty material. Like, I think it's a very unique color. Like, I don't see a whole lot of pens like this. This one is obviously just beautiful. Not as, like, obviously beautiful because it's, like, the dark material, but if I rotate it, you can see, I'm looking at the screen for a second to see the stripes, but you can see the stripes in it. Really pretty. Now, these were actually sent for review by Leonardo Pens. They're on Instagram as Leonardo_Pens if you want to check them out. Let's have some fun doing some writing samples. Sorry that this video is split up. That's just the way it is. Terribly, terribly sorry. We will see you in a second. Oh, good day, mates. So I'm going to zoom in a little. Now, I'm not going to show you the packaging again because you've already seen it and you probably don't want to see it again. These are the Leonardo Pens. This is the Momento Zero resin in Positano Blue. There is that nib. Very interesting. It does open up at the section. It does have a converter. It does have a turning knob. Look at how nice this converter is, though. Classy, super classy. So let's close that back up. This is the steel nib, and let's take a look at the celluloid cake. I know at a first glance, it doesn't look amazing, but look at that color. I think it's exquisite. I think it's super understated, but so beautiful, like just so nice. Now, this is an actual piston. This has a gold nib. I find the pens quite comfortable. Fit quite well in hand. They're not huge. I don't really care for posting. It's not terribly unbalanced, but I don't need it posted. So let's do some quick writing so you can see how they work, how they write, how they feel, and then I will bid you adieu. Okay. Leonardo. Momento Zero. This is the Positano Blue. Now the ink is Diamine Aqua Blue. It's a firm nib. You can squeeze out a little bit of line variation, but it performs quite well. I'm very satisfied. It's a little skippy right there, but this is very smooth paper. But it was one skip, not that bad. So let's look at the gold nib. Now this one actually feels much finer to me. Although I typically prefer gold nibs, I find the steel nib here a bit smoother. This is the, what was it called? Blue Abyss, sorry. Blue Abyss. Again, same ink. A little on the drier side compared to the steel nib, but pretty firm. So don't expect like a super springy nib or something. Bit more feedback you can hear. But it really depends on what kind of writing experience you like. I prefer the steel nib, but I think I prefer the celluloid body better. I really love those undertones, like the gray, the blue, it's kind of green. I think it's really pretty. So there you go. Thank you to Leonardo Pens for sending these for a review. Hopefully you find this kind of interesting, kind of helpful. If you do, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it so very much. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon as Gourmet Pens. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.